home insurance has been a fairly big topic in California and other states, but especially in California when you go to buy or sell a house. Sometimes home insurance can kill a deal and cause a buyer to have to unfortunately back out and not buy a house. And both buyer and seller are let down and are frustrated because the home insurance literally kept them from buying a house or kept the seller from selling to that buyer. And so home insurance is important now. It used to be before the last 2 years to where a buyer during a transaction, if they were going to obtain home insurance, most buyers do, especially if you have a loan, the last week and a half, you get an insurance quote, provide it to the lender, provide it to the escrow company, and then it's done. There's no real issues there. It's very rare for the home insurance to cause an issue unless it was a very specific property. But for the 99% of people buying and selling a property, the home insurance was never something of an issue. Well, today, it's extremely important in almost every single property that is being sold in California. But one thing that you should be aware of when you go to buy or sell is right when you get an offer accepted, at the very start, you should be talking to a couple different insurance companies, giving them the address. And if you're a seller, you should be requiring the buyer, I would even, before they enter into contract, I require the buyer to get a couple insurance quotes so the buyer knows what the price is before you accept that offer. And then if you're a buyer, most sellers aren't, or most realtors are not going to require that. At the very beginning, get started on it so then you have some time to figure it out. I just had a transaction just last week where even at the very beginning of the transaction, we did everything that we needed to do. We got it started, but we unfortunately didn't get it resolved until the 11th hour right before closing, just because this was a specific property that had 2 water claims in a fire zone area, and there was just many different things to be worked on there. So long story short is, when you go to buy or sell, at the very beginning, get the home insurance started so that you have time to figure some stuff out.